Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? It's me, Paddy from across the Shuck, and you are very welcome back to the channel. Now, what's the video about today? Well, I was sitting looking for a video. Look, that's my computer. I'm just sitting in front of it. This is my keypad. I was just sitting here pulling knives out, having a look, thinking about what sort of a video I could do today. And being it's Monday and the start of the week, I just wanted to be at something a wee bit different again. Recently, I've been talking a lot about, the way I like to carry knives. I have a front left, I have a front right, and I have a fifth pocket knife. And then I got to think, well, what ones have I had recently that are really impressing me that I keep going back to? And to be honest, it's this three. They're all recent purchases, but my gosh, they fill every requirement that I need in three knives to carry. And why do I carry three knives? Because I've got so many blooming knives and I like to get round them all. And these just really have pleased me. They've just really made my collection fuller for them. So let's start with what I picked. This Medford Ask knife. This is the American service knife from Medford. This is in Magna Cut. It's available over here in the UK in Heine Haynes and Cycler knives. No, not Cycler knives, just Heine Haynes. This is in Magna Cut. This is a just EDC blade that will do everything you need. You've got the point, you've got a bit of a belly, you have enough flat there that you can do them sort of cuts. It's just an amazing knife, and in Magna Cut, which is super. It has also got for those of you who really need, they've got a bottle opener and a screwdriver, and then it has the most useful tool. It's like a little mini pry bar. Now, this is so well put together. This is one sturdy little knife. You can use this as a pry bar or a scraper, and this is for small nuts or whatever you just want to use that. Maybe even nail pulling you could use that for. Just a super little knife. Really low. This is the Jefferson model. And there you are. You can see the Medford sign up there. And then the Made in America sign down at the bottom. Completely take it apart and you can put different blade styles. These come out now. There's a smaller blade you can add. You can take one of these out and put a smaller blade. You can make this 3-layer, 4-layer, whatever you want. There's the ability to just add to this. I really fancy the small knife. I want to get rid of the bottle opener, and I'm going to get the small knife to put in there as well. Gives me a 2-bladed knife. Just really handy. Just really handy. So that's the first one that goes in my left-hand pocket with a torch. And the main one here is the custom knife from Joe Lafayette, a Canadian custom maker that we've had on the show that makes these blades with the CNC. Look at that blade. How flippin' gorgeous is that blade? It is amazing. And not only is it a really good knife, and it comes in 20 CV, which is fantastic. It's a friction folder, one of the safest friction folders you ever got. It's an absolutely amazing steak knife. So if you were going out and you stop somewhere for dinner and the knives, this is definitely a super steak knife. Really lovely. And because it's a friction folder, when you're cutting something in your dinner, all the pressure's down that way. So you've no fear of it closing on you when you're eating the dinner. So an amazing steak knife. But the way Joe has this designed with this jimping, that works. And this beautiful ergonomic handle, which is just stunning. I have a large hand and it just gives me so much room on there for whatever cutting I want to do. Even if it's hard work, yes, it works. I mean, when my finger's here, that can go to about there. That little movement is what it'll do. It'll not get any further than that because my thumb's here. It can't go any further than that. So it's amazingly safe. I love this. It's firm. It's just real smooth closing. It's on bearings. It's just an absolute beautiful, not bearings, sorry, it's on washers, brass washers in there. Just a beautiful knife. And this, I got this in the micarta. Just stunning little knife. And I just can't stop using it. It really is that good. It's really nice and thin behind the edge. It's a lovely slicer. It's not a kitchen knife slicer, but it is a great slicer. And then thirdly, I've got this little knife. Now, this is the only one I didn't buy. These two I bought with my money. This one is one that I was given from Rosecraft Blades. It's one of their newest little small slip joints. And this, let me just show you this. It looks so small on camera, but it's not. It's a 3.5-inch knife, which is a boy's knife standard size. Just a beautiful knife. It gives me 4-finger grip. There's the forward choil up there, which you don't really need because it's quite, but it's there just for safety. It's not going to close on you. You know, you don't even have to go up on it. It's not going to close on you. Super little slip joint with quite thin behind the edge. And it's in D2, which is a great steel for a little pocket knife. It came razor sharp, as did this and this. These are three companies that, and I suppose that's what makes them so nice for me, because a lot of companies now send you knives out and they're not particularly great. But these, I think a custom knife, it came really, really sharp. The Medford, there's no need to, Medfords are going to come sharp. I knew that anyway. But Rosecraft, every single knife that I've got of them has come razor sharp. And this is much cheaper than these are. This is about £59 or something like that. It's amazing. I love this G10 scales. Just look at that. 3 different colours in your G10. The backspacer to die for. There's not a gap or a hint of a gap on it. And this for just under 60 quid is stunning. An absolutely amazing knife. Listen to that snap. The walk and talk is beautiful. But this one I am using more and more. I've not always been a friction folder lover. I have a couple that I have, and I really do enjoy them. But I've never really had one as a main blade. I've never really carried one as a main blade. But this baby is an absolutely amazing main blade. It's perfectly UK legal. It actually looks bigger than what it is. But this is my UK legal standard down here. It's 3 inches from the hilt to the tip of this blade. And so it's UK legal, no matter when you're going to get it, because they are thinking of changing the laws. But I've said that before, you know all that. But this, I'm just fine. And I hadn't used it until, I think it was the night before last, I used it to eat my dinner with. Oh my goodness, why it just slips through meat. It just slips through it. It's gorgeous. And being 20 CV, it even lasts. It lasted right up against the plate, because you're eating off a plate that's going to blunt any plate, that's going to, a porcelain plate or whatever you're going to use, is going to blunt a knife when you put it down and score across your meat. But it stropped back amazingly well. Just stropped back after I'd eaten my dinner, and it was a meat dinner as well, so it got plenty of use on the plate. So I can't tell you how much these 3 knives in the recent weeks have just got into my everything. There's some knives you can recommend a little bit, but all 3 of these I can recommend 100%. So you got like 60. These are going to be 170. They'll be available at Framear Knives very shortly. Joe is knocking out. Frank gave him an order for so many knives. They're coming, but he's very nearly there. These are going to be about the micarta one's going to be 170 for a custom knife with that sort of blade and just the dedication that Joe puts into his knives. I'll put the names of these people down below. Go and visit them on Instagram. See what they've got to show you. And this Medford multi-tool, I adore. I just adore it. For some reason, it has got me. And the fact that I can change different, as this is just the beginnings of this knife. So there's going to be so many more tools that you can just add to it or change up with. I like the 2-layer. That's as thick as I want to carry in my pocket. So, I mean, I'll keep to that, but I'll be able to change the blades. He has already got some that I can change it to, but super, super knife. I've got 2 of them. Medford actually Mr. Medford sent me some, and I got this one myself off the secondary market, because I very rarely buy new knives, except when they're lovely customs like this. So there we go. That's what I carry in my pockets more often than not. 3 blades of this sort of category. Now I can mix and match them. This can go for a sack knife. You've seen my one that Justin made for me. This can go for any of my UK legal standard knives. And this for a little fifth pocket knife. Honestly, it just seems so much smaller than it's 3.5 inches, and just a super blade. So there you go. There's my 3. What's your 3? Make it an open tag. What's your 3 that you bought recently, say in the last 6 months, that have really you've been using more and more than you thought they would? There you go. There's a challenge. Open channels. And UK channels, please join in. Join in the open tags. Get to know people. Share. Show what you've got. I mean, a couple of these are fancy pants knives, but that's all right. That's what I have in my collection. I don't care what yours are. You know, if it's a basic Swiss Army knife, you know, just get it down. If it's a basic old, you know, Arthur Wright knife, get it down as a fifth pocket if you got a smaller one. But let's see what you've got. What you bought recently that they were good buys to you. All right, that's me. I'm done. I'm away. Cup of tea time and a wee puff. Take care, everybody. Have a great week.